Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead, where we use the wisdom of our ancestors to make amazing, nourishing, delicious meals for our family and grow some of our own food. Today is a requested video, how to properly prepare nuts. So we're going to go over this. I do strongly recommend that you guys purchase this book. You can get it on used book websites all over the place. It's called Nourishing Traditions by Sally Fallon. This goes through all of the soak times for everything, from every different type of nut has a different soak time, to rice, everything, all in this one book. So check that out. You can get it for like under $20, and I know it was on Amazon as well. So check that out. And then we're just going to go over how to do this. It's really, really easy. So the first thing you need are raw nuts. So I buy all of my raw nuts from Azure Standard. See, hence the word raw. If your product doesn't say raw, it's not raw, okay? I will leave my link down below for Azure Standard. If you've never ordered from them before, click on that link. You use that link to make your first order. They're going to give you a share code to share with your friends. And when your friends make their first order of $100 or more, you get $25 off your next order. So totally worth using the link down below. They can ship all over the country. You don't have to go pick it up at the drop site. So raw nuts. This is where I get all my raw nuts from. Amazing, amazing. Another thing you're going to need is salt. We need healthy colored salt, okay? So pink Himalayan salt, Celtic sea salt, not white table salt. White table salt has had all of the minerals stripped away, and in this case, we need the minerals to help unlock the nutrients by neutralizing phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors. And salt, the minerals in the salt, are what do that for the nuts. It's different than beans and it's different than rice. Specifically, it's different than beans because the protein is locked up in a nut, molecularly different than a bean. So all we need is salt. You don't need any sort of acidic medium or anything like that. The other thing we need is filtered water, and that's it. So I'm going to angle the camera down. If you guys like this video, would you guys please give it a thumbs up? That would be awesome. Let's go ahead and look down the camera and I'll show you. I've already gotten started on a couple of different types of nuts here. So these two are already soaking. So for peanuts, which is what these are raw peanuts. This is about 7 cups or so of peanuts. So for peanuts, they need 1 tablespoon of salt per 4 cups. So I'm going to do almost 2 tablespoons of salt, just shy of that second tablespoon, because we don't have 8. You probably could get away with doing 2 tablespoons. It'd be just fine. And then you just add your filtered water. And for peanuts, the soak time, the filtered water is, I should add, a little bit warmer than room temperature. The soak time for peanuts is 7 hours. The soak time for pecans is also 7 hours. But let's talk about cashews. I'm going to angle the camera back up here. So cashews only take 6 hours to soak. And I'm speaking from experience on this. If you let them go 12, it's not a big deal to let these particular nuts go 12, but if you let cashews go over 6 hours, they become gelatinous like the water. They release something. I'm not really sure what happens, but the whole thing looks like snot, which is not appetizing. I have rescued them before by rinsing them with a colander and like working with the snot, which is really, really gross. So you want to make sure you purchase this book so you know exactly how long to soak this stuff. So one thing to keep in mind is we want nuts that are obviously separated by type. You don't want to buy a mixed nut batch to do this because you'd have to separate them all. And secondly, you don't want to buy anything that's not raw. So you don't want roasted, that's not raw. If the package doesn't say raw, it's probably radiated. A lot of nuts are radiated after they get done being harvested. That's no longer raw. So we have to make sure we buy raw nuts, that they're all separated by type, and then we just soak them like that. And so then after 7 hours, or with peanuts you can go a full overnight, so 12 hours if you want, I'm just going to pour this through a colander. And I'm going to rinse them off, and then I'm going to move them onto dehydrator sheets and dehydrate for about 12 to 18 hours depending on the nut type, on around 100 to 110 degrees. I try not to go above 110 degrees. We want these to stay raw. So I tend to err more towards the 100-degree range, and just let them go until they're completely dry and crispy. And that's all there is to it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any video requests, put them down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.